Okay, here's a look at Dr. Wu's Starscream, Thundercracker, Skywarp with the Seaspray, Powerglide, and Blaster. And let me just first tell you that I was not planning to get any of these at all when these first came out, like the Optimus Prime, because, I already am collecting the Magic Square, the New Age, and I already have some of the original legends by Mech Fans Toys. So yeah, there's no reason to start a whole new collection, but yeah, for some reason I just decided to get this. And that I don't really remember why now, but I know it had something to do with the mini bots. I kind of like how the mini bots are really small, and so that's one of the main reasons why I got this. And since I did originally get this one, this is actually my first one with the Soundwave and Beachcomber. Soundwave actually ended up being much smaller than I thought, so it doesn't really fit into my collection like I originally hoped. But this is kind of like why I'm justifying it, because now I have Starscream, Thundercracker, Skywarp, Soundwave, and when they make their Megatron, well, I'm gonna get that now since I started a whole new collection. So I already went over the boxes, and so now let's just go ahead and open these up, and you could see what they look like inside. So this is what I think is really cool. I have different opinions than other reviewers, but you do get instructions and the bio card, which I always say these are my favorite, the bio cards. And with this set, it's a little disappointing because I am concerned that I won't get all the characters, but I'm learning to be selective about my collection. If I don't have them all, that's okay. And then just quick look at the instructions, just so we could see how they handled the detail drawings. And these are very simple, so you can get away with just 7 steps, unlike the X-Transbots, which I told you is kind of like a bad design. I like their page layout, really nice design. So that's a Seaspray. Let's take a quick look at Starscream, see how well they handled the detail drawings. Again, nice page layout with the pink color, the numbered transformation. Look at that, 19 steps. So these are, or 16, very thin. Very accurate. So Dr. Wu does do a really good job, and I don't know how they all of a sudden got really good at designing these figures. Maybe they partnered with somebody, but yeah, these figures are really amazing. And so now you can take a closer look at these figures. So first, let's take a look at Starscream. And yeah, there's a lot of reasons why I didn't like this, such as the blue nose cone there. So this is really based off the toy design. So if you know me already, that's not my preference. And then this is really nitpicky, but his no rays here in the alt mode, that's not cartoon accurate, but all things considered, a Micro Legends figure. They did a really nice job, which I'll get into later. But yeah, you could see it looks really nice, especially with the Decepticon symbols or fraction symbols. And that, I'm just gonna say, this is not a personal attack to any reviewer, but that's really one of my pet peeves when I don't see the symbol sticker on there, because yeah, I just think it really needs it. And here is a look at Seaspray, and again, I'm being really nitpicky for such a Micro Legends figure. I mean, this blue is a little dark, but at least they painted that window a nice metallic baby blue there with the Autobot symbol. This is really cool. So that's look at those two. Now let's go ahead, open these two guys up. So I think this is maybe one of the reasons why I got it, because I wanted the Powerglide. So first, yeah, first as always, let's go over these bio cards, because these are actually really cool. And I didn't mention it, but the texture, some people have issues with it, but I actually don't. Look at how flexible it is. It's kind of like this rubbery, bendy plastic with some texture on it, which I think is really cool. Plus the art, very simple, high contrast, boxy design. I really like that. And the way they handled the specs back here, the design is really, really nice. I really like the way they handle these designs. And then let's just take a quick look at the instructions. Also, the detailed drawings, they do a really nice job. Look at the page layout. It's nicely numbered, 12 steps. I think they, again, you're hearing me say it over and over again, but yeah, Dr. Wu does a really nice job. And that is not a justification for why I'm going to get all their other figures, like their Inferno and Grapple. No, I'm just kind of, I want to stick with just the Decepticons and maybe the Minibots. Oh, and when the Fans Toys Cyclonus comes out, which I'm getting 2 from Toy Dojo and 2 from the Chosen Prime, I will be getting the other 3 cone heads from the Chosen Prime, along with Cosmos. So here you could see Thundercracker, really nice. And again, the black tips based on the toy design. But look at this. It's nicely painted, nicely sculpted, really small. Look at this. They did a really, really nice job on this figure. And now let's take a look at Powerglide. I think we have to first, kind of like Fans Toys, when you take it out of the box, you got to transform it a little bit. So yeah, I think it's something like this. This is, again, this is, I think, one of the reasons why I got it, was because I wanted these little teeny weeny little mini bots. Look at this. This looks really, really cool. I really like this. Yeah. So here's a Powerglide in his robot mode. And then last, let's go ahead and open up Skywarp and Blaster. And this is nice to have, because since I got this one, I have Soundwave. It's nice to have a Blaster, his nemesis, to go with it. And I'm making a big mess here, but let's go ahead and open it up. First, take a look at the bio cards here. That's has a really nice artwork in the front, nicely designed with the graph on the back, and even the back with the text pick. I really think they did a great job on the design. And then the instructions, it's all the same. Just what is cool is they use different colors. If you remember, Starscream was red, Thundercracker was blue, and here the Skywarp, they use purple. So really nice touch. They do a really nice job on the design. I really like that. And one more instructions to kind of look at. And let's take a look at this. Again, they use red, the nice artwork there. Really, really nice. So that is a look at the instructions. And now let's take a closer look at the figures. I think this Blaster figure is really cool. So let's first take a look at Skywarp. And this, yeah, and little nitpicky things. The blue stripe, why did they do that? I mean, they know it should be purple. So that's something that really grinds my gears. And here, this toy version just happens to be the cartoon accurate. But yeah, this is really cool. And then this one, look at this. This is really cool. This blaster, I mean, look at it, the details on the speaker, the paint there with the Autobot symbol. Yeah, the back cleans up, I think, pretty nice for a Micro Legends. Really, really nice. So that is just a quick look at these guys out of the box. And let's just, as a bonus, let's just go ahead and open this guy up, since this is all the Dr. Wu Micro Legends figures that I have in my collection. I wasn't planning on doing this, but you know, I'm just doing this on the spot since I thought of it. So again, more collector cards to have, which are really nice. Look at that really nice artwork. And the back, the tech spec, the design, really nice. And then the instructions. Hopefully you're seeing what I'm seeing. I appreciate just how well they designed this. And this one's so easy. 5 steps. I mean, they do a really great job on the detailed instruction drawings as well. So here is Soundwave with the orange background, which counterbalances the blue. Really nice. So that's just a quick look at these guys. So now let's get these guys all cleaned up here and then take a look at them. Okay, here's a look at them, all cleaned up out of the box. And first, let me just point out, you could see that these Seekers, they're kind of dropping down because they're missing that the landing wheels on the front. And unfortunately, there's no room to put that in there. So for me, that's kind of forgivable because, you know, again, these are like Micro Legends. So all things considered, I think they did a really nice job with that. So let's just go ahead and transform one of these Seekers so you can see just what this is like. I'm trying to go by memory here. I only transformed this one time. Let's see, you fold that back. And then this one, I do remember it needs to be like at an angle, like so, in order for this to roll all the way through. Same thing, transforming it back to alt mode, it needs to be at this angle. But once you get it through, then you can adjust it, kind of like the original toy version. So that's kind of cool. And then here, I know that this is supposed to, well, let's take off his no rays. And tolerance here isn't so good. They just kind of fall off, so you have to be a little bit careful with that. But here, let's see, I think you do have to untab these, his chest pieces, is the front of his chest there, in order to rotate this whole thing around 180, and it only rotates around one way. You can't rotate it the other way, so it's rotating it counterclockwise. And once you carefully get it rotated around, then you can close this up in his chest. It's really cool. There's these little teeny weeny little tabs that you line up and put them in. It's really cool. And then, of course, you adjust the wings accordingly. And then his feet. Fold these wings down and then just lift up his feet. Untab this. And it's a pretty simple... Man, this is really cool. And then, yeah, you can attach these no rays. And I told you that tolerance on this isn't all that great, but just make sure you push it in really hard to make sure it gets in there as deep as it can go. And then here you see Starscream. This is really cool. And I'll tell you, one of the things I'm happy about, let's see if I can zoom up here, is that I like what Deluxe Baldwin did. He brought out the Magic Square Bruticus. Let's see if I can come up here. I don't think I have enough room, but you could see this, let me see, my wire's here in the way, but Yeah, you could see this kind of looks cool. Look at that. That's kind of cool. So this is what makes it a little worth it for me, in my opinion, is that you get this little Starscream that fits in pretty good scale wise with the Magic Square Bruticus. So I really like that. So I don't need to transform these two Seekers because they're pretty much the same. Let's get this straightened out. And then here we have Powerglide. It's a little awkward, but let's go ahead and transform this guy into his alt mode. So let's see. Since these are pretty easy, I can kind of figure these things all out while I'm recording, and it's really fun. That's what's fun, is, you know, the easy, simple transformation is what makes these little figures fun to play with. So you untab his wings and then rotate these around like so. And then again, this is forgivable, but you can't really fold up his arms very well. So they kind of stay like this V shape, but that's okay for a Micro Legends figure, because yeah, you don't have a lot of room to work with here. And then just this top piece, fold this down, and you got that little gray thigh showing there. But look at this, is oh man, this is really cool. Nicely painted window there. Look at the, oh, I gotta put the Autobot symbols on the wings as well. Yeah, look at this, is really cool. You got to remember, you know, we're talking about something really small. I should have brought out my ruler, but I could tell you this is about 1.5 inches length. This is really a tiny figure. And now let's transform Seaspray. So let's see, pretty easy. Fold this back and say hello. And then the ball joints here, you can bring down his feet and untab them to separate it, and the back here, fold them up. And then his arms here, they do come up, and then you could rotate the forearm so you can bring up his hands. This is, man, these things, and that's it, really simple. Look at this, this guy's kind of cute and adorable. Really cool. So you can see how he scales next to Beachcomber too. And that's kind of why I didn't want to transform Powerglide, because I wanted them all like in robot mode. So since he is pretty easy to transform, let's transform him back into robot mode. And that's what's really cool about this, is these are really fun to play with. And let's see, rotate his jetpacks here to the back. Lift up the tails, and then lift up the feet. And now we have Powerglide. And so now you could make sure you tab in the wings. And now you could see all these 3 mini bots. I'm waiting for Cosmos, and hopefully they will give us a warpath. And then last, let's transform his nemesis here. Let's see, I did not transform this yet, so this is the first time I'm transforming this on camera, or first time I'm transforming it. So let's see, we know that this splits. Let's see, is it just tabbed in? Yep, it's tabbed in. I kind of like that design, it's symmetrical. And then obviously these are supposed to rotate down. These are on a tab. So I'm actually figuring this all out for the first time on camera. Let's see, this looks like it just untabs. So it does untab here, this panel piece untabs, and then obviously you adjust these legs accordingly to the way he looks in the cartoon. And let's see, do these panels fold in anywhere? Nope, they just come up. These handles come up, and then the feet. This is cool, this little tiny little feet, man. And his shoulders, great amount of articulation. Look at that. the heads on a ball joint, so you do get a good amount of articulation here. This is cool. Oh, you know what sucks is I just realized you don't really get any weapons with these guys. So there's no, you get a little slot there, I think. No, maybe not. Let's take a closer look. Yeah, I don't think you have room for his handgun, so yeah. And then now you could see next. This is a good scale. I think this is a good scale. And again, this is kind of consistent with the toy design. Blaster was always taller than Soundwave, so yeah, I'm really happy with this. Yeah, now in a way I sort of regret not getting them when they first came out, because it would have been nice to have Optimus Prime, because I think that for this Micro Legend size, I think is actually pretty cool. And now I am looking forward to the Megatron that they're going to make. And I'll wait till I get my masterpiece Scourge by Fans Toys from the Chosen Prime. And I'll have the 3 cone heads and Cosmos. So that's just a quick look at the Doctor Wu Micro Legends Starscream, Thundercracker, Skywarp, Soundwave, Powerglide, Beachcomber, Seaspray, and Blaster.